Hello, I'm FPX and welcome back to the video. Today I have some Minecraft console news to share with you, and it's pretty exciting Minecraft news in fact, because it is to do with the next update coming for Minecraft on the console. It's so exciting that I immediately rushed straight home from the airport from my America trip. I opened the door and just immediately started working on this video, because it is to do with a brand new minigame coming within the next few weeks for Minecraft console. We're going to be seeing gameplay of that within less than a week, as well as that, brand new minigame, pretty exciting stuff, looks like it's going to be a big one, as well as seeing stuff about the next minigame. There's also information on new achievements, there's information on hardcore mode, and there's even information on bigger multiplayer finally being a thing they're actually working on. So yeah, that's it. I think let's talk about all those things and more in today's video. Hopefully you all do enjoy it. Like the video if you do, because it helps out the channel, and let's know you do like the Minecraft console news and staying up to date with what exactly is happening, because I know there's been kind of a dead period of news for the last, couple of months or so, but it looks like we're going straight into the swing of things, because just this morning while I was on the way home from the airport, 4J Studios tweeted out saying what new minigame, and then a winking face, and this got the speculation running wild as to exactly what they were saying with that. Obviously they're saying, okay, the next update's going to be a minigame, and we're kind of hinting in the least direct way possible, but it also made everyone think, okay, so if there's a new minigame coming, what exactly is it going to be? And the two most popular suggestions are still Skywars and Build Battle, but I think it might not be either of those things, because Roger Carpenter, the lead producer of Minecraft on all consoles, actually did a giant interview session yesterday, or Q&A session I should say, where he answered a bunch of stuff about this next, minigame, as well as other questions, and I think we go through some of those, quotes in today's video, because they're very interesting, and they hint about, the future of Minecraft console in a way you might not have known before. So with that said, let's get straight into the very first thing he said about the next new minigame, which was this.
I can't really give any clues about the new minigame. All I can say is we're working on it.
There we
We
go.
have been working on it for quite some time.
Hey,
And I
Marsh.
can also say it's really good. Because it is really good.
Oh, who is?
Um,
Oh,
So I found this to be really interesting, even though it's the most vague description of oh, it's a good minigame and we've been working on it, but it is therefore going to be a big minigame. It's not like a, small 1 month project like Tumble is. It looks like it is going to be a big minigame, perhaps on the scale of Battle, but as well as being a big minigame, it's something they think is fun. And to me, I know this sounds like a weird thing to say, but I feel like that means it's probably not Skywars or Build Battle. It could be one of those two things, but Build Battle is more about, creativity. It's not something you necessarily have fun with in an office environment, and Skywars, again, it's a bit more serious than you might think about that sort of stuff. So whatever the next new minigame is, it's something they think is fun, and it's something they've been working on for quite some time. However, way more exciting than just knowing, oh, it's a big minigame, is something we had when, people asked about a hint towards it.
we are working on the next minigame. And hopefully it won't be long before we can talk to you about it. In fact, quite possibly you should tune into next week's live stream. How about that?
So if you're not entirely sure what he was saying there, basically he said that they will reveal the next minigame on stream, on the next Minecraft Monday. This is something they do at twitch.tv/Minecraft, and it's therefore going to be showing off a brand new thing. And if you're not going to be able to watch the live stream, because it's at a slightly weird time, I think, I will be covering it immediately on my channel if they do show gameplay. If they just kind of talk about it and show footage and stuff, I'll show that too. But basically, next Monday, we're going to be learning a lot more about this minigame, it looks like, and presumably we're going to be seeing it in gameplay form. And to me, this is massively interesting, because, again, this is something they've done for previous updates, but they'll show it off on the Minecraft, Twitch channel before it comes out. But this is something that's not only really interesting just because, oh yeah, we're going to be seeing the next minigame 6 days from now, it's also really interesting because the fact that they're going to be able to show it in some form means that it's pretty much done at this point. And, this is usually how, 4G have been hinting for the past while, and now it's, they'll, when something's just about ready to go, it's like a month or maybe 2 months out in some cases, they'll start talking about it, and in this case, it looks like that's happening right now, which means that the fact that it's basically done and it's ready to be, played on some form of stream means we might be seeing this minigame within the next week or two, which is really exciting stuff. Again, it's the middle of March, we haven't really seen anything. People have been curious as to exactly what's even going on Minecraft console, but it looks like the new minigame, a brand new, fresh set of content is coming very, very shortly, and this is something that I am very excited about, because whatever they do with this next minigame, I feel like it's going to be probably a step above Battle and a step above Tumble. Again, Tumble's kind of just this fun little minigame they made within a month, but Battle was this giant minigame, and it's great fun and stuff, but it kind of is just the Hunger Games with a bunch of elements that people aren't necessarily too fond of. Whatever they do with this next minigame could be one of the things that really makes Minecraft console shine this year, because there's a lot of stuff that is planned to come. There's to do with the next update 1.11 they've been talking about a little bit, and we'll get into that more later. There's the add-on stuff, there's all the other stuff going on this year, and this could be a really great foundation from which to start that other stuff, and we'll see exactly how great the minigame is, but it is coming pretty soon, and that's exciting if you ask me. So yeah, this isn't just all minigame talk, although that is the biggest of the news. We also have a few little things to do with other aspects of the game, which you you might not have figured and which I think are kind of big. So we'll go through them relatively quickly because, again, they're not quite as big as the new minigame, they're not like quite as immediate, but they all are kind of exciting in their own little way. So let's start the first one here, which is to do with Woodland Mansions in 1.11, because, again, the big Woodland Mansion question is something I asked in the video, and here is what happened when they asked Roger Carpenter.
Yeah, Woodland Mansions are things we are looking at, obviously, and yes, they are going to give us some challenges on some of the consoles. We haven't got anything to say about them at the moment. We keep, as I've said before, we keep working on many features and aspects of the game, many layers, and until we're ready to implement them into builds and versions, we kind of don't talk about it because.
So I think what that kind of confirms in and of itself is the fact that they're not working on 1.11 right now alongside the update, because, you know, it says in there they're working on lots of different things at the same time. Like I said, there's the add-on stuff, there's the realm stuff, there's the 16-player multiplayer stuff, there's all these big things being worked on at the same time, but it looks like they haven't properly decided how to deal with some of the questions in 1.11, because that's the sort of stuff they have to decide as they go along, as they're implementing it. So yeah, the Woodland Mansion question, you know, you might be curious, like, oh yeah, what's the big resolution? The resolution is, we'll work that out as we get there, but he did say he wanted to see it on all 6 consoles, which makes me think he'll probably, you know, they'll probably downsize it a little bit maybe, but we'll have to see exactly how that does come out when it does eventually happen. Again, certain features like the brand new combat have just been kind of left to the side for a while now, and maybe that happens with the Woodland Mansion, but for now, all we know is that they'll look at it when they get there. So with that said, let's talk about the next exciting bit of news, which is to do with new achievements / trophies. So if you're an achievement or a trophy hunter, this is pretty good stuff for you, because there is going to be new, let's just play the code.
We are still looking at more trophies and achievements. We kind of, we try and match them to new features, new content. So, will there be stuff in the next update? Probably not in the next update, but there will be more trophies and more achievements.
Been brand new trophies or achievements in the next update, which presumably was hinting at the new minigame update. So, in the same way that Battle didn't get achievements till months after, and Eve did Tumble, it looks like the same is going to be true for this minigame. But then he says that when brand new features do come, that's a good opportunity for them to add the brand new achievements and trophies. And he also, you know, very clearly, distinctly implied in no unclear terms that there will be more achievements and there will be more trophies. So even though right now we're on like 1800 gamer score, it looks like that number is going to be going up even higher, which is pretty cool and pretty interesting if you ask me. So the next couple bits of news here are a little bit smaller, but I thought they were very interesting enough of themselves as well, because the first one is to do with 16-player multiplayer. It looks like they're, again, they've been working on it for a very long time, but they can't get it to work without having massive lag issues, so it looks like they're working on a kind of compromise on that right now, and here's what that is.
We're looking at more players for minigames, but we're not really looking at. If there's a happy accident and we manage to get more players into worlds anyway by doing that work, that's cool, but we're not focused on doing that at the moment. We're actually focused on more players in minigame.
Okay, so there you can see, again, they've been working on 16 players for a very long time now. They've mentioned how, you know, they time and time again get it almost working and then not just quite. However, it looks like they're coming across a very interesting kind of compromise there, which is have 16 players work in minigames and then, you know, have 8 players in normal worlds, which I actually really like as a compromise, because if it takes a lot less effort, and you've got to imagine it does, because there's less stuff going on in a minigame, it means that you can have these 16-player, you know, multiplayer battles, which is really, really important. And yeah, in, you know, single player or multiplayer, you don't necessarily have 15 friends that you can invite at any one time. I mean, I don't want to, you know, like, seem like I'm the worst person in the world, but I don't actually have 15 friends I could play with at once, even if I wanted to. So, I think it's a kind of an interesting compromise to make it so they're going to have 16-player multiplayer game, you know, minigame games, where you can obviously find strangers, and not 16-player, you know, like regular worlds. At least that's their plan right now. Like he said there, like, if it happens by accident, then they'll have make it that way. But this means that 16 players is going to be a thing that happens in the near future, as opposed to just somewhere down the line, like it's been happening for the past 3 years now. So maybe even that's something they're saying in the next, you know, minigame. I'm not necessarily saying that's a certain thing, and I wouldn't bet on it, but it does seem like something that's possible, that this next minigame is so exciting and fun because it has 16 players. We'll have to wait and see on that one, I think, but it is something that's kind of exciting and worthwhile regardless. So there's one final little quote in here, and I don't think it's necessarily quite as confirmed because it's not from Roger Carpenter, but it is something I figured I would play here in case you are curious about hardcore mode, which we figured has been impossible in Minecraft console because of the whole serve thing for a while now, but here's a very, very quick confirmation of how it's apparently possible. So
Mega vs. Prime hardcore mode is possible, but nothing to announce right now.
So that, as you can see, I don't think there was anything like massively hinting or commenting one way or the other, but the fact that it remains there, that it looks like there is going to be some form of hardcore at some point on console, or again, maybe the guy was just saying stuff and he figured, oh, I guess it could work, because of course hardcore has difficulties on consoles because of the way, like, you know, when someone dies, they kick from the world forever. There's questions of like how the multiplayer server aspect works. There's also the questions of like, oh yeah, well, the Pocket Edition doesn't have hardcore mode, so that's kind of like a PC exclusive. I don't know exactly how they'll work through these things, but hardcore mode looks more possible now than it did before. So anyway, with that said, there is everything you need to know about the next update and stuff coming soon. Brand new minigame. It's going to be a big one. It's going to be a fun one, apparently. We're going to be seeing it next week, and it's going to be coming out not too long afterwards, you can probably imagine. As well as that, there is going to be brand new achievements and trophies, not in this next update, but very shortly afterwards. There is going to be bigger multiplayer games for minigames, maybe in this update, maybe in the future, and also brand new trophies and brand new, hardcore mode at some point in the future, all sounding pretty exciting to me. So anyway, I hope you did all enjoy this extra long news video. It's one of the longest videos of, I guess the longest news videos I made in a very long time. So like that if you did like it, because it helps out the channel a lot. Let us know you do like this sort of news. Share the video if you liked it, and subscribe if you're new around here, because I make videos like this one every single day on my channel, and if you subscribe, you'll see them daily on your homepage. Since I'm here anyway, I figure I should quickly mention, trip to America was pretty good. I really enjoyed the Colorado stuff, and yeah, I would entirely recommend going to Denver at some point if you live in the nearby area. And if you don't, I guess I could recommend pretending to go to Denver sometime. But yeah, with that said, I hope you all enjoyed the video, because I'll see you all later for a live stream. Bye.